In the fast-paced currents of modern life, people are increasingly prone to anxiety, fatigue, and a sense of being lost. We often try to control everything around us: work, relationships, the future, forgetting that the most important thing is the state of our own heart and mind. Buddhism is not merely a religion, it is a living wisdom, guiding us to turn inward, understand ourselves, and find peace amid the chaos. In this sharing, we will contemplate 7 profound lessons from Buddhist wisdom, helping us live more positively, peacefully, and meaningfully. And this journey begins with something seemingly simple, yet often forgotten. 1. Be gentle with yourself. Everyone deserves love, including you. When facing failure, mistakes, or pain, our natural reaction is often to blame ourselves, thinking we are not good enough, useless, or feeling ashamed of our weaknesses. However, Buddhism teaches that compassion must begin with ourselves, because you cannot truly love the world if you are still harboring resentment toward yourself. Why do we need to be gentle with ourselves? Because you are human, not a machine. Because emotions, exhaustion, and stumbles are natural parts of this existence. Because harshness doesn't make you stronger, it only deepens your wounds. Gentleness is not weakness but mindfulness. Here, being gentle doesn't mean indulgence or avoidance. It means accepting yourself in all emotional states: sadness, anger, disappointment. Treating yourself like a dear friend, rather than a harsh judge. Allowing yourself to make mistakes, to learn and to heal. In the Metta Sutta, the discourse on loving kindness, the Buddha teaches, "May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering." This wish is not only for others but, first and foremost, for ourselves. Practice how to start being gentler with yourself. Recognize the inner critic. Every time you catch yourself harshly judging yourself, pause and ask, would I say this to a dear friend who is suffering? Take care of your body and mind. Get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, and practice mindful meditation daily. Taking care of your body is also an act of self-love. Write a loving-kindness journal. Each day, jot down one good thing you did, even if it's something small. Write a gentle note to yourself as well. Forgive yourself. The past cannot be changed, but the present moment is always a place to begin again, with kindness. Conclusion for Lesson 1. Sometimes, what we need most is not another solution, but a gentle embrace from ourselves. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to deserve love. You only need to show up honestly, and begin again with compassion. Compassion for yourself is the foundation of all healing. Thich Nhat Hanh. Respect your body, the temple of your soul. Your body is not a burden, it is a sacred home. In the rush of daily life, we often take our bodies for granted. We only notice them when illness, pain, or exhaustion strikes. Yet, from the perspective of Buddhist wisdom, the body is not something to be neglected, judged, or abused. It is a precious temple, a vessel that allows the soul to experience life, learn, and awaken. Why is the body important in spiritual practice? Without the body, there is no ground for mindfulness. Without the body, there is no medium for compassion, action, or transformation. Without the body, even the most profound aspirations cannot be realized. Thus, respecting the body is respecting life itself. Common misunderstandings about the body. Many people, especially in spiritual contexts, mistakenly view the body as unclean or an obstacle to enlightenment. However, Buddhism does not teach us to reject the body, it teaches us to see it clearly. The body is impermanent, anicca. The body is interdependent with the environment, it is nourished by food, air, water. The body is a tool for practicing mindfulness, walking meditation, mindful breathing, conscious movement. Therefore, the right attitude is not to despise the body, nor to worship it blindly, but to care for it with mindfulness, gratitude, and loving respect. How to respect your body in daily life. 1. Listen to your body's signals. Pain, fatigue, hunger, thirst, or tension. These are the body's ways of communicating. Don't ignore or suppress them. Learn to listen deeply and respond with care. 2. Nourish your body wisely. Food is not just calories, it is life energy. Choose foods that are wholesome, plant-based when possible, and consume them with gratitude and mindfulness. Eating is not merely fueling, it's an act of honoring life. 3. Move consciously. Exercise is not just about aesthetics, it is a way to celebrate your body's vitality. Whether through yoga, walking meditation, or simple stretching, move your body with joy and awareness, not with punishment or judgment. 4. Rest and recharge. Your body is not a machine designed to run endlessly. Sleep, relaxation, and proper breaks are essential, not indulgences, but responsibilities toward yourself. 5. Treat your body as you would treat a sacred space. Imagine your body as a temple where the spirit resides. Would you neglect, abuse, or pollute a sacred temple? Of course not. Care for your body with the same reverence, with clean air, sunlight, gentle movements, mindful touches. Spiritual insight, the body as a mirror. In Buddhist teachings, the body is seen as a mirror reflecting the states of the mind. A stressed mind creates tension in the muscles. An anxious mind affects breathing patterns. A heart full of resentment tightens the chest. Thus, caring for the body is also caring for the mind. When you breathe deeply, stretch softly, or walk slowly, you are telling yourself, I am here for you. I accept you, body and mind, just as you are. Practice. Meditation on the body's gratitude. Each morning before rushing into your day, take a few minutes to sit quietly and reflect. Thank your eyes for letting you see. Thank your hands for letting you touch, create, and connect. Thank your legs for carrying you through the world. Thank your heart for beating tirelessly through joy and sorrow. Feel the miracle of simply being alive. A healthy body is the foundation of a peaceful mind. Buddhist wisdom. Conclusion for Lesson 2. The body you have today, no matter its shape, health, or imperfections, is a precious gift. It deserves your love, your care, your mindfulness. Respect your body, and you will find that it naturally becomes a pathway to respecting all of life. This body is not me. I am not limited by this body. I am life without boundaries. Thich Nhat Hanh. Set achievable goals. Dream big but walk mindfully. Ambitions and dreams are beautiful. They give direction, meaning, and motivation to life. However, if our goals are too grandiose, vague, or unrealistic, they can become a heavy burden, a source of stress, frustration, and even self-criticism. In spiritual practice and in daily living, it's crucial to learn how to set goals that are inspiring yet achievable, goals that nurture growth rather than fuel self-judgment. Why setting achievable goals matters. Prevents burnout. Unrealistic goals often lead to exhaustion, disillusionment, and giving up entirely. Builds confidence. Each small success strengthens your belief in yourself, creating a positive momentum. Fosters mindfulness. Realistic goals help you stay grounded in the present, attentive to each small step rather than getting lost in distant fantasies. Encourages compassion. When you set kind and doable targets, you naturally cultivate a gentler attitude toward yourself. Common mistakes in goal setting. Setting goals based on external pressure, pleasing others, rather than internal values. Aiming for perfection instead of progress. Measuring success by outcomes instead of effort and sincerity. Overlooking the importance of patience and timing. Real change, whether spiritual or personal, grows like a tree, slowly, season by season, not overnight. How to set achievable goals. 1. Clarify your why. Before setting a goal, ask yourself, why do I want this? Is it aligned with my deepest values? Is it coming from love, growth, and wisdom, or from fear, ego, or comparison? A goal rooted in authenticity is far more sustainable than one born from insecurity. 2. Start small and specific. Instead of vague intentions like, I will be happier, or I will be more mindful, translate them into concrete, actionable steps. I will spend 5 minutes meditating every morning. I will write down one thing I am grateful for each night. I will take a mindful walk every weekend. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to real transformation. 3. Make it flexible, not rigid. Life is dynamic. Circumstances change. Energy fluctuates. Set goals that can adapt rather than shatter when faced with obstacles. Instead of, I must meditate for 30 minutes every day without fail, you can aim for, I will meditate daily, even if sometimes it's just 5 minutes. Flexibility honors the reality of life and prevents the harsh self-criticism that rigid standards create. 4. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, is a victory. Don't wait until the final achievement to feel proud. Recognize, savor, and celebrate each effort, each moment of trying. Growth is not linear. Some days will be easier, others harder. What matters is persistence, not perfection. Spiritual insight. Goals as mindful invitations. From a Buddhist perspective, goals are not commandments. They are invitations to grow, to practice, to awaken. They are seeds we plant with love, and then we tend them with care, but we do not force them to bloom on our schedule. Thus, the right attitude toward goals is, set them with intention. Pursue them with joy. Release attachment to results. In this way, the path itself becomes the reward. Practice gentle goal-setting meditation. Sit quietly. Place your hand on your heart. Reflect. What is my true aspiration at this moment? What small, kind step can I take today toward that aspiration? Visualize yourself taking that step with ease and gentleness. Breathe deeply, affirming, I move forward with love, not pressure. I trust the pace of my journey. Conclusion for Lesson 3. Setting achievable goals is an act of compassion toward yourself. It is a way of respecting your human nature, its rhythms, its fragility, its hidden strength. When you learn to walk steadily, humbly, and lovingly toward your dreams, each step becomes a prayer, each effort a celebration of your inner light. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single, mindful step. Lao-Tzu. Embracing impermanence. Everything changes. Nothing stays forever. And that's not a reason to despair, it's a reason to awaken. Understanding impermanence. Impermanence, anicca in Pali, is one of the 3 marks of existence in Buddhism, alongside suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. Simply put, impermanence means that everything changes, from emotions, thoughts, health, youth, relationships, to even the very life we live. Nothing lasts forever. Why should we accept impermanence? We often suffer not because life changes, but because we resist it. When we cling to the beautiful things, hoping they won't disappear, or fight against the unpleasant things, hoping they'll pass quickly, it's this resistance that creates suffering. Accepting impermanence is not about giving up, but adopting an awakened, courageous, and deep attitude. See the changing nature of all things. Let go of attachment and control. Live more fully in the present. Signs of impermanence in life. A mood of happiness today may turn into sadness tomorrow. A relationship that was once close may grow distant. A resounding success yesterday may vanish after a single setback. Even the body, hair, skin, heartbeat, changes daily. Impermanence is not just about loss, but also an opportunity for rebirth, learning, and growth. Thanks to impermanence, anger will pass. Wounds will heal. Challenges today may open new doors tomorrow. Practicing acceptance of impermanence. Contemplate daily, this too shall pass. When you are happy, cherish it, but don't cling to it. When you suffer, be patient, for it too shall pass. Repeat to yourself, this too shall pass. Observe change in body and mind. Try sitting quietly for 5 minutes and listen. What emotions come and go? What sounds arrive and fade? Is the breath the same as it was a moment ago? Just observe, without judgment. You'll see that everything comes and goes like passing clouds. Let go of eternal expectations. When you love someone, don't expect them to stay the same forever. When you work, don't think success will stay with you. Do your best, but let go of the outcome. Like a gardener planting seeds and nurturing them, but not forcing the flowers to bloom on a certain day. Accept departure, and welcome the new. Someone leaves. A door closes. A chapter ends. Instead of resisting, place your hand on your heart and whisper. Every beginning comes from an ending. Thank you for being in my life. This acceptance doesn't make you weak, it makes your heart stronger, gentler, and freer. From impermanence to awakening. When we truly accept impermanence, we begin to live, not postponing love. Not wasting time on hatred. Not waiting for the perfect day to begin living authentically. We learn to live deeply in each moment, knowing that this could be the last time I hear a bird's song, see the sunlight, or embrace a loved one. Impermanence becomes the greatest teacher, reminding us to be awake, grateful, and present. 5-minute meditation on impermanence. Sit quietly, inhale slowly. Exhale gently. Say to yourself, this emotion will pass. This success will not last forever. I will love, cherish, and let go, without attachment. Inhale, I smile. Exhale, I relax. Conclusion of Lesson 6. Impermanence is a reality, one that cannot be avoided. But when you accept it, you are no longer a victim of life. You become a practitioner, an awakened being. Nothing is forever, and it's this very fact that makes every moment priceless. Practice gratitude, see the abundance in life. Gratitude is a priceless quality that Buddhism encourages us to practice. It's not just about saying, thank you, but about a way of life that helps you recognize and honor what you have, rather than constantly focusing on what's lacking or what brings suffering. Practicing gratitude helps calm the mind, expand your awareness, and free you from greed and dissatisfaction. When we truly practice gratitude, we not only change the way we view life but also experience happiness and inner peace in a deeper way. 1. Understanding gratitude. Gratitude is the ability to recognize and appreciate the little things in life, from the obvious things like breathing, to valuable relationships, opportunities, and even challenges. Buddhism teaches that when we truly feel gratitude, we can see the richness of life, even when faced with difficult circumstances. For example, you are grateful for waking up each morning and having a new day to live. You are grateful for the people who have helped you, whether through small advice or significant actions. You are grateful for past struggles because they have helped you grow and become stronger. 2. The benefits of practicing gratitude. When you practice gratitude consistently, you will notice positive changes in your life. Some of the benefits include improved mental health. Gratitude helps reduce stress, anxiety, and negative emotions. It soothes the mind and brings a sense of calm. Increased happiness and life satisfaction. When you focus on what you have rather than what's missing, you experience more joy and a sense of fulfillment. Strengthening relationships. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to create healthy relationships. By expressing gratitude to others, you not only bring them joy but also foster deeper connection. Boosting self-esteem. Gratitude helps you recognize your own worth and the good things in life, which in turn increases your self-respect and confidence. 3. Methods for practicing gratitude. Here are some simple and effective ways you can practice gratitude every day, helping to make it a habit and an essential part of your life. A. Write down the things you are grateful for each day. Each evening, take 5 minutes to write down at least 3 things you are grateful for from the day. This helps you see life from a more positive perspective. These could be small things like a delicious meal, a kind gesture from a loved one, or even a peaceful moment during the day. B. Express sincere gratitude. Say thank you to those around you. Don't just think it in your head, express your gratitude through words and actions. A sincere thank you will warm the heart of the recipient and help you feel more connected to them. C. Make gratitude a habit in every moment. In everyday situations, actively look for things to be grateful for. When you feel challenged or angry, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is there something I can be grateful for in this situation? Sometimes, being grateful for the lessons in adversity is a way to transform your perspective. D. Appreciate the small things. In life, we often overlook the small things that are incredibly important. You can take time to appreciate what might seem ordinary, like the sunlight, the quiet space in your room, or the moments of freedom and peace you have. E. Practice gratitude through mindfulness. Mindfulness and meditation are wonderful tools for practicing gratitude. In your meditation sessions, you can take a few minutes to feel gratitude for each breath, thank your body for allowing you to live, and express gratitude for your mind's ability to think and feel. F. Be grateful to yourself. Don't forget to thank yourself. You deserve gratitude for your continuous efforts in life, whether they are successes or failures. Being grateful to yourself helps reinforce inner strength and self-respect. 4. Things to keep in mind when practicing gratitude. Don't just practice gratitude when things are going well. Gratitude is not only for the good things but also for the challenges. When you are grateful for difficulties, you realize that they are opportunities for growth and learning. Practice regularly. Gratitude is not something you do once in a while. It should be a consistent habit, a permanent part of each day. Don't force yourself. Sometimes, in difficult times, it can be hard to practice gratitude. Be gentle with yourself, and don't feel guilty if it's hard to do right away. 5. Conclusion. Gratitude is not just an action, it's a way of life, an attitude of the heart. Practicing gratitude every day not only makes you feel happier, but it also creates a positive cycle in your life, helping you become more harmonious and connected with the world around you. Gratitude is something that, when you give it, you receive so much more in return. Start with the small things, and you will see life becoming richer than ever. Live compassionately, radiate kindness. Compassion, metta, is one of the most noble virtues in Buddhism, expressing unconditional love and a kind-hearted desire for all beings to experience peace and happiness. It is not merely an action, but a way of life that helps you connect more deeply with others and with yourself, while also soothing suffering and creating a harmonious and peaceful environment. When you live with compassion, you not only help others but also heal your own soul. Compassion is the key to overcoming differences, fostering empathy, and creating greater unity in the community, which reduces hostility and hatred in society. 1. Understanding compassion. In Buddhism, compassion is not about pity or feeling sorry for others, but a deep and powerful state of mind that wishes all beings to be peaceful and happy. Compassion arises from unconditional love, unbound by expectations or personal gain. For example, you love others not because they make you happy, but because they are human beings, an integral part of life. You do not only feel pity for the poor and suffering, but you genuinely wish for them to overcome their difficulties and find true joy in life. 2. Benefits of living with compassion. Living with compassion not only brings happiness to others but also offers immense benefits for yourself. Alleviating suffering. When you have compassion, you learn to accept and forgive, not letting resentment or hatred occupy your mind. This helps reduce anxiety, stress, and negative emotions. Strengthening relationships. Compassion is one of the most powerful ways to build positive relationships. When you treat others with understanding and love, you create a healthy and harmonious environment. Healing the soul. Compassion not only heals others but also becomes a powerful method for healing your own soul. When you live with compassion, you experience peace and serenity from within. Encouraging spiritual development. Living with compassion helps you develop positive qualities such as patience, tolerance, and empathy. It helps you become a loving and kind person. 3. Methods for practicing compassion. To live with compassion, you can apply simple and effective methods in your daily life. Here are some ways to nurture and develop compassion within yourself. A. Forgiveness and letting go of resentment. Compassion begins with forgiveness. When you forgive others, you not only release them from their mistakes but also free yourself from the burden of resentment. Forgiveness is liberation, helping you not be chained to negative emotions. B. Sending well wishes of peace and happiness. A simple but effective way to show compassion is to send well wishes of peace and happiness to others, especially those you may find difficult or those who are facing challenges. These words are not just expressions but a sincere demonstration of heartfelt love. C. Sharing and helping others. Compassion is demonstrated through specific actions of helping, not always in grand gestures. Sometimes, it's simply lending a hand, listening to someone, or sharing a smile. All these are actions that bring warmth and love to others. D. Creating compassionate space in relationships. In your relationships, always remember to practice listening with compassion. When someone shares with you, rather than just reacting, listen deeply, understand, and empathize with their emotions. Don't judge or try to change others. Just allow them to feel that they are loved and respected. E. Practicing metta meditation, loving kindness meditation. One of the most powerful methods for developing compassion is metta meditation. You can spend 10 to 15 minutes each day practicing, imagining you are sending loving and compassionate energy to all beings, including loved ones, friends, and even strangers. Metta meditation helps nurture a heart full of love and creates a Compassionate perspective on life. F. Compassion toward yourself. Compassion is not only for others but also for yourself. Treat yourself with kindness, tolerance, and forgiveness. Don't be too harsh on your mistakes or weaknesses. You deserve love and care, just like anyone else. 4. Things to keep in mind when practicing compassion. Compassion has no conditions. Compassion is not just for people you love, but for those you might dislike or who may have hurt you. Developing compassion means not discriminating but loving all beings unconditionally. Don't act for personal gain. When practicing compassion, remember that your actions are not for the purpose of receiving something in return. Compassion is about giving without expectations. Don't expect reciprocation. Compassion is not about exchange. You help or love others not to get something in return. What matters is doing everything from the heart, without expecting a specific outcome. 5. Conclusion. Living with compassion is a path that helps us overcome selfishness, expand our hearts, and connect deeply with all people. This is not just a Buddhist lesson but a noble philosophy of life that brings happiness not only to yourself but also to the entire community. When you live with compassion, you don't just bring happiness to others, you create a better world, full of love and understanding. Compassion is not an action, but a way of life. Live with compassion, and you will receive peace and happiness beyond measure. In a world that is constantly changing and full of challenges, the pursuit of inner peace and a positive attitude is more important than ever. The pressures of work, family, relationships, and external factors can often leave us feeling exhausted and directionless. However, Buddhism, with its profound wisdom and timeless teachings, offers powerful tools to help us maintain peace, free from anxiety and fear. Buddhism does not ask us to change the world around us, but it guides us on how to approach and relate to the world, starting from within ourselves. Through lessons on compassion, mindfulness, gratitude, and self-forgiveness, we can cultivate a strong heart and maintain tranquility in all circumstances. We learn that inner peace is not about escaping reality or avoiding difficulties, but about the ability to face and accept the changes life brings. Gratitude and compassion are the keys that open our hearts, allowing us not only to love others but also to love ourselves. The lessons from Buddhism, such as being gentle with yourself, honoring your body, embracing impermanence, and practicing mindfulness meditation, are not just methods to apply in our daily lives but also profound reminders that help us live a healthy, positive, and loving life. Remember, maintaining peace and a positive attitude is not easy, especially when life around us is constantly changing and sometimes challenging. However, when we apply these lessons, we begin to feel a sense of serenity and strength from within. Through these principles, we can overcome challenges, harmonize with ourselves, and face life with unwavering calm and peace. Ultimately, each of us has the ability to bring peace, not only to ourselves but also to our communities and the world around us. That is the power of compassion and mindfulness, values that create a deep connection between humanity and the world. Peace is not a destination, but a journey. Start from within yourself, and you will find peace in every step of life. With these Buddhist teachings, we will not only create a peaceful space within our hearts but also spread love and understanding to the world around us. Let us live a life full of compassion, cherishing each moment, and continuously learning to become better people each day.